Welcome to the Innovation Hub, Circular Biobased Textiles Innovation Hub information webinar. So we're very happy that a lot of people are interested to get to know more about what this latest activity of the Textile ETP is, what to expect from it, what we're planning to do here. My name is Lutz Walter. I'm the Secretary General of the European Textile Technology Platform, or in short, Textile ETP. And Textile ETP is the organizer of the Circular and Bio-Based Textiles Innovation Hub. I'm here with part of my team, of course, Camilla, who's the manager of this Innovation Hub, but we also have Charlotte and Tilla here with us who are supporting for communication and technical support. So I think everything should run smoothly, and we can jump into maybe the next slide, if I may. It's an important new step that we're taking with this Innovation Hub. So some of you probably have followed our Circular Bio-Based Textiles Masterclass over the last 20 months. Some of you may have connected to the Textile ETP in other ways. So this Innovation Hub is an important step forward in the sense that we apply all the things that we've learned in the masterclass and all the activities that we do generally around networking, bringing people together, sharing information into sort of one thematic area focused on circular and bio-based textile innovation, which is really a very important innovation domain for the whole industry. We really try to connect here the industry on the one side with the research and technology community on the other side. So for us, it's very important that the information that we provide, the interaction that we provide in this Innovation Hub is something that that really happens at this innovation frontier. So where new technologies, new concepts, new materials are becoming available and are industrially applicable, but they are not yet in broad industrial use. So it is a program that is neither academic nor commercial in the sense of commercial promotion. It's really something where new things happen. And what is also very important and I think very unique in this Innovation Hub is that we are connecting innovators from across Europe. So the people that will intervene, the experts that will intervene, the people that you will meet here are really from across Europe. And that I believe is a very important aspect, because there's so many developments, there's so many projects running all across Europe, tackling the various aspects of circularity and sustainability in textiles. And often people working on very similar problems, on very similar technologies, don't really necessarily know of each other. And that is also something that we try to address. So really make information about these developments flow, bring them together, and connect them across Europe. It's very important for us as well that we don't do that alone as an organization, but we are joined by 5 very well established, very well connected organizations that are our co-host of this Innovation Hub. I believe you see them also on the slide, hopefully in front of you now. So these are Centexbel from Belgium, the Textile Technology Center, Research and Technology Center from Belgium. We have RISE, the Research Institutes of Sweden. We have STFI, the Saxon Textile Research Center in Germany. We have Centrocot from Italy, Textile Technology Center in Italy. And we have CETI, the Textile Innovation Center in the north of France. All 5 organizations deeply experienced, very active and well connected and collaborating with industry on all aspects circular and bio-based textiles. So those co-hosts will be a great supporter for us to make sure that the information that we bring to you is both technically and technologically really sort of the best of the best, but also really coming from all corners of Europe. And that's really what our sort of unique offer to you is. And how that offer really translates into very concrete activities and very concrete types of information and actions is something that Camilla will now explain to you. So, Camilla, over to you.
Thank you so much, Lutz. And I think even without the slides, you perfectly covered this introduction. Let me just jump back real quick here to just state what you have already seen, the participants have already seen on the screen. So in a nutshell, what this Innovation Hub really is, it is going to bring together European textile sustainability experts to learn, to network, and to collaborate on the hot topics of circular and bio-based textiles. And jumping through, again, our slide with the co-hosts, I would like to, first of all, introduce you the main themes, the main topics that we are going to be addressing in this Innovation Hub. We have predefined 5 key topics together with our co-hosts, which we think represent very well the variety there is in the field of circular and bio-based textiles. So we are going to address sustainable chemistry, bio-based materials and processes, circularity, recycling, sustainable supply chain, and eco-design. And of course, you should see these as really kind of the guiding main themes, which of course entail kind of an endless number of subtopics, niche topics that we are going to, of course, pick up along the way and organize activities and webinars around those. We shouldn't forget about the 6th little orange tile here, which is the your ideas. What it means is that we would like to make this Innovation Hub very interactive and also somewhat bottom-up. So we will definitely be asking our Innovation Hub members to see what are the topics that are most interesting and relevant for them in their everyday work, and also incorporate that in the program, in the webinars, in case these 5 predefined main topics wouldn't cover that in some way. The Innovation Hub activities will be organized around 4 pillars. First and foremost, there is the learning aspect in all the webinars that we are going to organize around these mentioned 5 key topics. But there is going to be networking, collaboration, and sharing as well. And now I would like to go through these 4 pillars and dig a little bit deeper to really explain to you what it all entails. So first of all, the focus goes on learning. As Lutz has already mentioned, in the last 1.5 years, we've been running a masterclass on a very similar topic. It was called Circular and Bio-Based Textiles Masterclass. It was an online masterclass we just finished in December. And the output, well, the final document of this masterclass is this booklet that you can see here on the slide. It's about a 100-page document that we call the Threads of Change, and it really sums up all the content of the masterclass with summaries of every single presentation that has been given over these 1.5 years, with links to every single webinar that was recorded, and also the PowerPoint presentation that have been used in the webinars. This package is by default part of the Innovation Hub. So in case you were not in the masterclass, this, I believe, is already a nice kickoff where you can really browse through this content and go back to a couple of previous recordings and see what kind of innovations we have tackled in this time. Just to mention, this is a document that's also available to purchase separately in case you are still in 2 minds about engaging into a longer-term Innovation Hub subscription. You can purchase it separately and have a first look into what we have been doing recently. I will send you a recap email after this webinar, either way, with the useful links, and this is going to be incorporated there. So besides this, as a first part of the learning in the Innovation Hub, we are going to organize thematic learning webinars in different formats. So there is a very classical format where we have a central topic, which is going to be presented from different angles by 2-3 experts of the field, followed by a Q&A. We will also have the so-called Meet the Expert sessions, which are going to be more deep dive sessions, where instead of 2-3 shorter presentations, we are going to provide one long, about 45-minute presentation by one expert who has a really high-level knowledge and expertise in the technicalities of the given topic. again, followed by a Q&A. I think this is something that I would like to mention, really important. There is always a live Q&A as part of our webinar so that you can really connect directly with the speaker and ask your questions there. But we also record all the webinars, and we have a dedicated platform where all the recordings are available after the webinar, together with a summary and together with the presented slides. Finally, still in the learning, we have yet another format, which we call Fail and Fix, which will be more case study approach sessions, where we would like to invite a speaker who in their organization tried something new, first failed at it, but then pursued this challenge and finally found a solution to really bring this learning journey and present it to you again at the end with the opportunity to ask some questions and engage into discussion. These sessions all will take about an hour, 1.5 hours. And on average, we will have 2-3 learning webinars per month. Going forward, the second pillar is networking. Here you can see some photos of networking events that we have organized in the past years. And there are some formats that work very well, so we would like to carry them on in the Innovation Hub as well. So we are going to organize meetups and guided tours at conferences and fairs that happen in any corner of Europe, really the major events where most of you would already travel by default. So it makes it easy and convenient. You're already there. We are going to be there, and you can dedicate some of your time to join us for a meetup with the other members of the Innovation Hub, or join us for guided tours. Typically, it's the guided tours happen in trade fairs where there are plenty of exhibitors. We can pre-arrange the meetings with them to make sure that they are aligned with the topics that we tackle in the Innovation Hub. And then we visit them, and you can really have a first-hand experience, maybe something tangible as well, about the recent innovations. Besides that, we are going to also organize open innovation facility visits, case by case. These will be available for you to join. We are going to travel there, to meet up there and visit the whole facility together. Another great opportunity to learn and also network a little bit with the other members of the Innovation Hub. And finally, something new that we are going to introduce is online networking, because we know that you don't always get to travel, you don't always have the time to be away from work for a couple of days in a week. So these are going to be sessions about 1.5 hours where you can network around predefined topics of interest with other Innovation Hub members. Actually, this is something that we are going to be organizing very early on. Of course, many of you will be completely new to the Innovation Hub. So late February and early March, we will have 2 sessions to really give you a first opportunity to meet some of the other experts in the Innovation Hub. Continuing with collaboration. Collaboration is also something that will both happen online and in person. We have established a concept called Challenge Accepted, which are going to be online co-design workshops where, and here I'm circling back to the grassroots nature also of the Innovation Hub. We would really like to hear from the Innovation Hub members to see what are their challenges, what are the problematics and questions that they are faced in their everyday work. Bring that to us and really work this problematic in a co-design online workshop session where we can at the beginning present the problematic, then break out into smaller breakout rooms, smaller groups to really discuss different aspects of the challenge, and then come back into a plenary where we can really reflect back on all the discussions that we had in the separate breakout rooms, and hopefully leave the session a little bit smarter, or at least a little bit more inspired than at the beginning, to really bring together and really leverage the knowledge and the points of view of different experts that are in the Innovation Hub. Besides that, on an ad hoc basis, we can organize different working groups for shorter or longer period within the Innovation Hub whenever there is really a need or an actuality for any of those. And finally, on the photos, you can see some in-person occasions. We organize some conferences, or we co-organize some conferences every year where when the topic and the focus is relevant for the Innovation Hub, we generally organize sessions that are definitely going to be interesting for this audience as well. So you are going to be invited to participate in those, and this will also be an opportunity to not only network with others in the Innovation Hub, but sometimes also with experts from the same field but outside of it. And finally, the sharing aspect will be in principle focusing on providing you with visibility. So you can present at webinars if you have expertise in a given field that we are going to organize a webinar around. You can also host the workshops, as I already mentioned, for example, with the challenge accepted concept. If you have a problematic, a challenge, a question, or maybe you just want to run by an idea, some like-minded experts from across Europe, then you definitely can come to us, and we're going to help you organize a workshop or a session inside the Innovation Hub, which will be just like any other webinar part of our agenda, our planning, and members of the Innovation Hub can participate. And finally, we are going to have 2 channels where you can share your news and events. First, as you can see here on the slide, we have a LinkedIn page for the Innovation Hub, which if you don't follow yet, I invite you to do so. We'll drop the link in the chat. And we also have an internal newsletter, which is going to be sent bi-monthly. We call it The Loop, and the first edition has already been actually sent as a welcome edition to those who are already on board. This is going to be yet another opportunity for you to share news and events within the Innovation Hub. And with that, I summed up the 4 pillars. And now I would like to show you a little bit about the planning that we have for the first 2 months of the Innovation Hub. So we are going to kick off in mid-February with a double edition of welcome webinars. It's really an opportunity for all the Innovation Hub members to present themselves and for everyone else to really see where the other organizations are going to be on this, innovation journey with you. Following that, we are going to organize the first online networking session, as I mentioned already, followed by the first learning webinar focusing on eco-design in late February. And then in March, we are going to continue with the first deep dive technical session, followed by yet another online networking, as we expect that we are going to keep onboarding new members as we go, so that they don't miss, if they miss the first one, they should be there on the second one. Another learning webinar will be organized in March around textile waste management, and the second edition of our newsletter will also be sent in March. And then, of course, all the following webinars of the next month will be always communicated on a rolling basis. We want to keep it really open and flexible, once again, to be able to incorporate any new innovation, any recent news, anything that you come to us with. So we are going to always predefine the agenda about 2-3 months in advance. And then as we go, we are going to incorporate news and communicate what's next to you. And finally, how can you be part of this? We offer 3 different subscription types or packages. We have the expert, the team, and the corporate packages. The single difference among these 3 is the number of contacts that you can subscribe to the Innovation Hub. So with the expert package, you can subscribe 1 person, with the team 3, and with the corporate, an unlimited number of contacts can be part of the Innovation Hub. It's important to stress that it always applies to 1 single organization, and it also applies for the calendar year. So technically, the sooner you subscribe, the more you can benefit from the Innovation Hub. And this is also a long-term program that we have. So each year in January, the subscription will be renewed. Of course, there is a way to stop the subscription if you wish, but the principle is that we are really looking for a long-term concept here, stepping away from the short-term masterclass format and really continuing in the years to come, because innovation is not going to stop anytime soon, so we will always have new topics to tackle. And finally, a first look into who are the members already. So as you know, it's a brand new concept, so we have already on board the first subscribers. You can see most of the logos here in 3 categories: industry, associations and clusters, and universities and research institutes. This is not everyone, because there are some organizations who prefer to stay anonymous, so we are not going to communicate their membership publicly. You can see it on the extra 3 companies in the industry side, and we also have 10 more organizations who are in the process of onboarding now. So it's really growing by the day. Really looking forward, already planning the first welcome webinars. And well, hopefully we're going to see many of you as well on this updated slide in a couple of weeks' time. And with that, I would like to end my presentation and open for questions. I forgot to mention at the beginning, but of course the chat was there for you too. So I don't know if there are any questions in the chat. Let me see. Yes. Okay, so first I suggest that I will read out the questions from the chat and answer them. And then I will also invite you to either add more questions or just raise your hand and we are going to unmute you and you can ask your question straight away. So what kind of experts should we think of? Is it already known whether this coming year bio-based materials outside PLA will be available in production amounts for trials? Lutz is also back for the Q&A. So
yeah, I can I can take this one. So yes, definitely bio-based materials for us are way beyond just PLA. So I would expect we have webinars where we have speakers that talk about other types of bio-based materials, whether that's BioP, BioPET, BioPA, PHA, PHB, things like that. We will. I believe it always is in function also of the interest expressed by the participants. So when we notice specific interest, if somebody highlights to us specific interest in certain topics, it's really, you have to see us and this hub as a place which can get you the information that you want to see. So so it's really, we want to make that really interactive. So if subscribers say we really would like to have a presentation on the state of the art of, let's say, bio-based polyamide, then we will find an expert speaker to give you a real good update on the on that subject. So that's the point. We will obviously propose subjects in the beginning, so there will be webinars that will be set up where we assume there's certain topics that many of you are interested in, and we'll bring that to you. But as we get to know you better and as you interact more with us, the more we can tailor those webinars and those interactive sessions, this networking session, these deep dives and so on, exactly to your needs. So definitely very open to find expert speakers on whatever topic you will find interesting. And maybe immediately the second question also, yes, the definition of textiles for us is much broader than clothing or fashion. So we really also cover subjects that are used for textiles for other end applications. So whether that is in the home textile domain, but also on the technical textile side. We're not really diving into, let's say, the functionality and the high-tech processing nature of technical textiles, because for this we have a separate innovation hub called SmartX, which some of you probably have also heard. So if you're really specifically interested in the latest material innovation and process innovation on smart and technical textiles, then I suggest you head over to this innovation hub or you have a look at it. But everything that is related really to the circular and bio-based aspect for any kind of textile application will be dealt with here. Again, always in function of the interest of the subscribers.
Thank you, Lutz. I think I'll take the next one. A question about the agenda on the website. So the agenda, as I showed it here, is not available on the website. So it's really the concrete planning with the dates. It's really for the the members already. So I have shown it to you today. But on the website we have a more high-level planning with the formats and the key topics up until June this year. And this internal planning is only part of these slides, but either way, after this meeting, to everyone who registered, so everyone, we have the email address off, we'll receive a recap email, which will include the slides that were presented here, the recording of this session, but also the key links from our website where you can find all the information as well as the subscription form link. How can we include individual experts from our organization into this hub? So the subscription will work per organization need. So again, I will send you the subscription link where you can subscribe as an organization and you can decide which package you would like to subscribe with. So if it's the expert, then it's just one person. If it's the team, it's up to 3 persons. And if it's the corporate, then it's an unlimited number of experts. So you just choose your package. You will be invoiced based on this registration form. And once the invoice is paid, then we are going to reach out to you and say, okay, now your organization is part of the Innovation Hub. Now you can tell us which are the concrete contacts that you would like to be part of the Innovation Hub. And then we are going to onboard those of your colleagues. So this is how it will work. First of all, focus on the organization subscription, and then we are going to onboard the individual contacts. The next question is, non-EU people or organizations. So we have a list of eligibility on our website. So it's outside of Europe, depending on the definition of Europe, but the membership is available to EU countries, to EEA member countries, and I will bring it up real quick here. These definitions keep changing. Hopefully you are going to see my screen in a second. So you should see a browser now. Hopefully it works.
Yes,
and
it does.
Thank you. And we do have a Q&A at the button. And here you can see, so we can subscribe organizations within the EU, the EFTA and EU candidate countries, as well as the UK. So this is where we have to draw the line.
And maybe to add on that, maybe if I may. So the reason this is so has to do with the statutes of our organization. So our organization by statute is serving the industry and research community in those European countries. So now if you're an individual expert, or let's say an European headquartered company signs up to the Innovation Hub, and they have an expert based in the US or based in Asia. This is not something that we are going to check. It's also impossible for us to check. So in that case, yes, participation for people based outside Europe is a possibility, but always based on the subscription of an EU legally EU based organization. So it's an organizational sign up with a company, with an organization which has its legal address, its invoicing address in Europe. So that's important. We also, obviously, the timing of our webinars are obviously also tailored towards a European time zone audience. So if you're based in, let's say, on the US West Coast or in East Asia, it will be probably timing-wise quite challenging as well. So yes, the focus of the audience is Europe, but in case they are non-European based individual experts of a European headquartered company or organization, we don't restrict their access.
Thank you, Lutz. Maybe you would like to take the next question?
Yeah, there's another relatively technical question, and I think it's more I think it's a type of question we may typically discuss during one of the expert webinars. So whether their opinions of whether virgin production of fibers will decline or grow or whatever as more bio-based alternatives hit the market, that I think can be up to debate, and I don't think it's the scope of today's intro webinar to go into such technical questions. So there are many factors that are in play in this, and I'm sure we will have experts signing up and presenting in our webinars who could answer questions like that.
Thanks, Lutz. I will take the next question about the possibility of upgrading or changing the type of package that you initially subscribe with. So again, at the beginning, you might want to choose expert or a team. And then as we go, you realize that you would like to include more than just 1 or 3 of your colleagues. Then, of course, you can come to us and then we can arrange an upgrade of your package. And then as of that moment, we are going to be able to onboard even more of your colleagues. Yes, that's possible. And with that, we are at the end of the questions in the chat. So if anyone has any further questions, then feel free to raise your hand.
You missed anything? No, it doesn't seem like this. If I could, I think to make it easy for everybody to very spontaneously act here, if Charlotte, maybe you can post the subscription link into the chat as well. So if people want to head over immediately, as Camilla said, the introduction webinars will be on the 14th and the 15th. So that means that if you want to be there from the very beginning, we would really encourage you to subscribe very, very quickly, because obviously there is a process of onboarding. The subscriber has to pay the subscription invoice, and then we start the onboarding of your experts. If you have several experts across the organization that you want to sign up, so all of that usually takes a few days, even if if you act very quickly. So if you want to be at those webinars from the very beginning and you want to be there live, then please really don't wait any longer for the subscriptions. Yes, there is a possibility you will not miss anything if you're not there live on the first webinar, because everything will be recorded, everything will be available on the platform, so you can always go back and listen. But I think usually the best is to be there live, to be there from the very beginning, so you're fully in the loop from day one. So that's why do head over there as soon as you've made up your mind, and then we make everything possible from our side to sign you up as quickly as possible.
Very well said. And if there are no questions, final chance maybe to raise your hand. But if there are no questions, then as mentioned, you will receive a comprehensive recap of everything that has been mentioned today with all the useful links in the course of today. So thank you so much for being here, for your interest in Innovation Hub. And I can see another question popping in. Yes, so I'm going to drop our email address as well in the chat in case you have any direct questions. info@textileplatform.eu, where you can also contact us. And we do have a question from Sophie. It just disappeared from my screen, so let me find you real quick.
Okay, no, apparently it was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Yeah. All right.
Okay, I think then probably we'll bring it to a close here. So, well, also from my side, thank you to all of you that were here this morning. We will share, as Camilla said, all the information, and I really look forward to see many of you at our start of the full program on the 14th and 15th of February, which obviously then quite logically will be for subscribers only. So from that day on, all the activities we do in the Innovation Hub will be exclusive to the subscribers. So once you sign up, you're part of it. So it would be great to go on the journey with you.
Well, hope to talk to you soon, see you soon in there. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.
Have a nice day too. Bye-bye.
Bye.